What's up, everybody? I'm Virtual Shepherd. Welcome to my channel. This right here is a Christian gaming channel where we not only talk about Jesus, the Bible, and essentially the afterlife, but we play video games as well. I am going to be playing Minecraft. I used to do a segment called Minecraft Monday. That I had a whole schedule going on for live streams. It was Minecraft Monday, followed by Terror Tuesday, Warrior Wednesday, which is like fighting games or like Smash Bros or whatever. Um, I can't even remember what Thursday was. Maybe I took a break, and then Fortnite Friday. A lot of things that rhymed, and then Saturday. I think Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes I would stream. For sure, I think I streamed Minecraft on Saturday mornings for a while, but yeah, it was a whole thing. Anyways, that being said, thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, I'm Virtual Shepherd. You may see right over there to the side, we have John 3:16 through 17. You're going to be hearing a lot of biblical things, and feel free to ask any questions you would like to. And if you are a consistent viewer who is, showing good favor, not really being rough in the comments, then hey, we would love for you to join me in this world. I'm going to be creating a world, brand new one. I have mine where I'm getting my trophies and stuff like that, but this right here would like for you guys to join. And by the way, I should tell you what John 3:16 means. It says this: "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life." Now, you may see that all the time on cars or whatever, but I want to take it a step further because I think this is an important part for those of you who do not believe in Jesus. "For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him." That is the mission of Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's see here. I set the latency to ultra high so you guys will get my reactions in pretty real time, and I can respond to the chat quickly. It's been a minute since I played Minecraft. Lately I've been playing here, let me show you guys. I've been playing Grounded. I love it. It's so fun. Here, let me see. Does this capture? I just want to make sure this is gonna capture the the game audio real quick. Oh, here we go. Okay, yep, it's capturing it. All right, so I'm not doing cheats, guys. I know for those of you who are coming back to this Minecraft Wednesday or Minecraft Monday, I know that I've allowed cheats in the past. I'm not doing that. We're just gonna keep it pretty vanilla. Let me know if it's too loud for you guys too, because a lot of times I don't know because I'm the one playing, and so if it's not too much to ask, if you guys don't mind just telling me, hey, your voice is too low, the game is too loud, or other way around, whatever. Okay, since the last time I played Minecraft, some things have changed, so I have to be aware of that. Things aren't like they used to be. I'm trying to think how long it's been since I played. I'm starting from scratch. I'm not doing a whole new world. We're gonna be, or I'm not gonna do anything but a whole new world. Wow, did they add shaders? What the heck? I don't remember it being having this good of lighting. Oh, hello, Mr. Totel. By the way, guys, I haven't been live streaming. I was playing Final Fantasy, And I got to a point where I was realizing that this is a game I'd like to enjoy and not have to feel rushed. In live streams, you know, I'm uh I'm just going through. I know this is silly. I'm gathering all this. I really don't need to. But I'm just going through and, you know, trying to do the most I can. And when I'm playing a game like Final Fantasy, I actually want to take the time to enjoy it. So I'm playing that on my own time, or that's essentially what's going to be happening. I gotta be careful because sometimes I'm streaming my PlayStation onto my what do you call it, onto my computer because I don't want to howl the PlayStation back and forth, which I have done before, and it's not fun. Okay, so we can sit around here, but I'm going to look for a village. I feel like building next to a village is by far one of the smartest things you can do because we want villagers to trade with. So for now, while I figure out what to do with my YouTube channel, because honestly, I have not known at all what I should be doing with the channel. Um, they added a leaf effect on the floor? That's interesting. Wow. What is this? Leaf litter. That is definitely different. While I figure that out, I'm going to be playing Minecraft. You guys are familiar with it. A lot of my viewers have enjoyed it. Actually, I would say the bulk of my viewers came from Minecraft and, oh gosh, Smash Brothers. Pokemon Unite too. There was a good amount with Pokemon Unite. I wouldn't mind playing those too. But yeah, guys, I've just been feeling a little indifferent about my channel because I feel like there's more. What, they have leaf effects now? I know this may be not be exciting for you guys. This is exciting for me. But yeah, as I figure this out, I'm just trying to figure out what is the. There we go. What's the best direction for my YouTube channel? Because I have a heart to share the gospel, but I also. What the heck is this thing? Is this a turkey? What the heck? How much of Minecraft did I miss? Holy smokes. What the? I'm gonna turn down the sound effects. Okay, it's been a hot minute, so I gotta remember what to do. I do remember that. You definitely want that. I don't know why I made the hoe, but I'm not cultivating anything right now, but whatever. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think I'm on an island, and I do not want to be here. So what I think I'm gonna do is get some wood, build a boat, and start going off somewhere. There we go. Get some food for the journey. Oh, what the heck? Peel bark? Actually, you know what? I think that's been like that for a while. You can peel bark before. Okay. I'm just dumbfounded by Minecraft right now. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh yeah. This is not. Oh, right. We want a shovel for our boat. Something up there? I thought I saw an animal up there. Let's see, that's a little weird. What the heck? We have bulls now? Why does the baby have horns? That's not how that works. This is so different. I guess that makes sense, right? They figure realism. Cows don't breed with cows; they breed with bulls. So, is it that now you have to have bulls to, make the babies? I'm not sure. Oh, right. So we want our. Why do we have this here? Nope. I've been playing other games and I'm mixing controls up. Alright, so we have that. Here we go. We have boats. Oh, I can make a bed. A hanging sign? That's new. Spruce boat with chests. I don't know if that... I feel like I've seen someone in a video using that, but I don't know if I've seen that before. By the way, guys, I already know that I'm going to get this eventually, so I'm just going to say it now. I'm not downloading Java, and I'm not downloading shaders, okay? It's way too hard, and I'm not spending money on fixing my computer when I download a virus. It's not worth it. But, hey, Mojang made this for a reason. Apparently they thought it looked nice enough. So, if it works for the developers, it works for me. Oh my goodness, is this another tiny island? What the heck? Oh, I see stuff out in the distance. So this is the PS5 version of the game. Thankfully, the PS5 is pretty strong. I would say, obviously not as strong as a PC or certain PCs, but pretty strong. Strong enough. Okay. I see things rendering in the distance. I do not like to be around... I don't remember the plants being like that either. The seaweed? What the? Sun reflection on the water? Did I download something and not realize it? Or is this what Minecraft is now? They like beautified Minecraft a little bit. I'm taking this. I'll leave the boat there. This is a hot commodity the moment that I have a chance to... That noise sounded like a creeper. All right, so 27. Oh, shoot. The water looks nicer, too. It's really cool. We're just going to put this right here. What the reflection off the water? Are those fireflies? You guys are going to watch me this whole time just be dumbfounded by the things they've added. I've never played Java with shaders, and so this is the prettiest thing that they've done in my eyes. I've been playing Minecraft for... let's see, how old am I? Gosh, maybe 10 years? Something like that. It's come a long way. Look at that. Little drown with his baby. Teaching it how to be a drown. I'm just shocked at what it's become. What is that glistening? Oh, are these fireflies? That's pretty. Oh, here's the dangerous mobs. Let me see. Wow. This is genuinely pretty. What the heck? I mean, for a Minecraft game, right? This is impressive. I'm gonna keep going until things stop feeling like I'm coming upon an island. Excuse me. You know what? You know what I can turn on? Because I don't hate myself. Show your coordinates. Let's turn off that. Show days played. Oh, that'd be cool. Fire spreads. I'm gonna say no because in case you guys join, I already know some of you guys like to mess with each other. Respawn blocks explode. Mob loot. Natural regeneration. Players needed to skip night. 100%. What the heck? See, that's new. And that I appreciate because waiting for someone to come by is a lot. I think 70% is fair. And we will... I feel good about these settings. Okay. Let's see if we can find somewhere that looks noteworthy for a village. What I'm mainly looking for is the regular, forest biome like this. I don't, if it... Oh, that's a snow biome. If it goes, against another biome, that's great. If it gets all glitchy on me, guys, bear with me. The worst is when it glitches out or disconnects when I'm like just some randomly dangerous space. It's done that to me once. So this is a risky business. Just gotta remember my stuff is over there, or my boat. I mean, I can grab another one, but oh my goodness. I love when you find a ravine. Is that what they're called? Oh, I see a village. Let's go. The Queen of the Quap. I know they're not, but villages feel so much safer. Hey, buddy, we're bunking tonight. Sleeping through the night. Wow, even that animation is nicely done. Oh, I see that creeper there. Hold on one quick second, guys. I'm gonna reestablish my connection. Okay, well, the connection might be a little poo-poo. What the heck? It's a little glitchy looking. Bear with me. Wow, this looks horrible. Okay, that's better. Thank you, sir. Good way to start off my business. Your lovely carrot donation. Alright, well, this village looks as good as any to set up shop, and we have a snow biome not too far, which is nice. I'm going to explore the area, see what other biomes are close by. That ravine isn't too far, which is great. I love the pig noises, they're so funny. Give me a second, guys. Okay, well, I think that might be better. A little better connection there. Wow, that was loud. You know what I am going to need is to grow trees around here. Gosh, how do I do that again? Oh yeah, there's like some kind of seeds, I think. Because there is nothing around here. Thankfully we have this ravine, it's nice. Let me see. Sheesh, yep, that is nice. Our first little mining excursion will be down there. Let's poke our head down. Nothing too crazy. We have more over there too. I heard that Minecraft is not being updated on the Switch 2 because Nintendo's being butts about their hardware. I don't know why. Wow, the glisten of the water. That may not be like a big deal to you guys, but that's a huge deal to me. Anyways, I don't get it because you know what? That waters are way in and out. The reason I don't get it is because that's more money, and people would buy a Switch 2 version of Minecraft. Or if they did like normal people, did a free update. Thank goodness the PlayStation 4 version got a free PlayStation 5 upgrade. Wow, the water looks great. Alright, I gotta remember the fast draw there. We have ourselves a slime down there. Hate those things. They are at the absolute worst. Oh, there's two of them too. Ugh. They're mainly just annoying beyond belief. Just one huge inconvenience. Oh. You guys are already dead. Get out of here. This is what we need in life. Lots and lots of torches. And of course, cobblestone. Wow, I forgot how difficult it is to use these tools, the wood ones specifically. Should be out of eyesight of the skeleton now. Now I don't know if our new little place has a cartographer, but if they don't, someone might be going through a career change soon. Village. Alright, so here, let me go down here so I'm out of sight. Out of sight, out of mind. No, here we go. Oh. Did I leave my crafting table over there? I must have, because I don't remember. Yeah, let's do this. Gosh, I gotta remember how to do all these things. How do I make a torch again? Isn't it? Well, first of all, let's make that for ourselves. It's coal plus, oh, here we go. Plus the wood. It's getting dark already, so I gotta act quick. Of course, you buttheads. I risk my life over here to light this place up. Alright, well, we can go back to the village now that I have some stuff. Come on. There we go. Alright. My first little mining operation here. Matter of fact, there's this little cave right here. It looks promising. In my other world, I encountered the warden for the first time. Awful thing. Awful, awful, awful. Oh, I see you want to die. Let's see, put that right there. There you go. You'll always know where I am because there will be a plethora of torches everywhere. The least amount of mobs I have to deal with, the better. Because when you get hit, it sounds like your bones are cracking, and I absolutely hate that noise. It's just startling and annoying at the same time. Oh, I hear company. Where are we at? 36, that's it? We're gonna need some time put into this. So the goal of this live stream is to find and kill the Ender Dragon, of course. But also for us to connect. You know, I always want to do a stadium where you guys can bring your best gear to, you know, essentially fight each other. But, you know, that could take some time to build because I wanted it so it was set up so you guys you know, it was fair. That's essentially it. You know what? This is what I didn't think of getting out of here. Maybe I was trying to go that way. Oh, crap. As long as I have energy, I'll be okay. Sleepy night-night time, my friends. Sleepy night-night. You know what I'm gonna do? I do like the idea of show. Where is it? Show days played. There we go. So that was our second day. We're moving on to other things now. I'm sure our potato farmer friend won't mind us starting our venture. Alright, so here's what I think I'm going to do. Love the snow biome. It's beautiful. What I think I'm going to do is, in this day, is build myself a little home. Because I can't just keep sleeping in that dude's bed. As nice as he was to let me stay there in his home. And I think right here is a good spot just for something small. I mean, I don't need anything massive. There we go. Now I gotta clear out the foundation of the area I'm going to be building. He's like, what is this guy doing? Or maybe he's like, ugh, there goes the neighborhood. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Oh. Thankfully I had two. Look at that. Oh, it's a cat. Okay. Now I just want to even this area out. We're going to get rid of all this stuff on the floor. All right. Now, the place I'm building is going to be based off of the Minecraft Lego. I'm actually looking at it right now. It is called The First Night. Now, it's not our first night, which is fine, but you know, it's going to resemble that. So I'm just looking over there. Huh, yeah. Actually, you know what? I'll keep that. What the heck was that? So we are right here. Matter of fact, I could make this a little bit bigger. My bad. No, I do like having space to run around my spot. I guess that's essentially what I'm trying to do. What we don't want to deal with is those, I don't even, phantoms. I can't remember what they're called, but essentially, if you don't sleep, they come. What are you doing here, kid? Get out of here. Go, get. I mean, this is essentially, I'm looking at it right now. It's essentially what it looks like. This is a little bit bigger than, you know, the actual thing, but that's all right. So what I'm gonna do here is swap some things out. Let's make ourselves a door. This kid thinks he's funny playing inside and out of my home. Oh, I love the contrast of the different colors. We go like this. Bam. You know, it's a little bit brighter than the rest of it, so it's nice. Simple beginnings, you guys. Can't expect our mansion right off the get-go. Alright. You know, actually, we'll do that. Cool, 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 cool. And what I am going to do is I'm going to be, I actually did this in my Lego Minecraft. I made it so I can garden up top. Or, you know, I put plants up there, essentially. I'm thinking that's not a bad idea for this. I'd have to figure out how to, you know, get water flowing up there, but we can make life happen. I'm trying to get rid of all the wood stuff first. There we go. Now we have a respawn point, so we're good to go there. Humble beginnings, my friends. Humble beginnings. I don't want to see any of these. What's up, Matthew? It has been a while. You know, the only reason I recognize you is because you have your E and N that specific way. I mean, I'm playing vanilla Minecraft if you're cool with that. You know what? I feel like there's something more I could do. But yes, it's good to see you, Matthew. And can you join me? I think you have it already set up to join, so I say go ahead if you want. You know what I'm gonna do? This may sound silly, but yep, this is Bedrock. I don't think I'll ever do Java. I don't want to risk shaders, and I feel like you might as well have shaders if you're going to be playing that. look at that. So you go, yep. And this actually works because I can put the torches right there too. Okay. Here, let me make myself a chest because I'm not doing myself any favors by not having one. Or two. There you go. What the? What are you doing here? What the? Get out of here, punk. Oh my goodness. Now we gotta kill this thing. What? Get out of here. You pest. Oh my goodness. Well, there goes my sword. That idiot. How long do you think he'll be live for? Maybe another hour and a half. What the? Oh, shoot. They're killing our peeps. I'm gonna... Oh, I knew it. I knew I was gonna die. Well, well, well. That happened. Humble beginnings, my friends. Look at this. Humble beginnings. Okay. First of all, let me grab all my stuff. Oh, yeah, yeah. I built chests. What am I doing? Let's put some of this stuff away I don't need anymore. Casey will be here soonish, maybe like 8 PST. Gonna get things up and try to join. What the heck? I haven't seen him in a while either. My ask is that you guys stay on the live stream, because you know that's what generates view. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you guys. It just generates viewers, and that's what we're here for. The more viewers are watching, the way it happens in YouTube is that it starts pushing you up on the list, and then before you know it, you know, you have a bunch of people watching. That's how, you know, that's how I can do more live streams. I can do more with YouTube. So you guys' viewership means a whole bunch. I'm just getting, you know, I hate wasting, unless I throw it in the lava over there, but I'm just gonna get rid of these, these wood tools. The wood, or the iron golem. You gotta do it like that. The iron golem. Too bad they don't have cobblestone armor. I feel like that'd be pretty useful in the beginning. I mean, it doesn't make sense, you know, logically, but, you know, still. Alright. Let's continue our build here. There we go. Look at that. 'Tis beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. Look at my view. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's build some tools. I guess stone axe makes sense, and the sword. Let's get these sticks going. Couple of shovels. The stone pickaxe is a hot commodity. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. We want to dig because we need more dirt. You know, Matthew, I didn't know you still played Minecraft. I figured you moved on to other games. What other games do you play now? I just realized that the filter on my thing looks really bad. 1 second, guys. Let's get. Let me see if does that fix it? I guess that looks a little more normal. Whatever. Okay. Go boom, boom. The water will go right there. Boom, boom. And water will go right there. You know what I haven't done is I haven't looted these buildings. Sometimes we'll find some goods in their homes. Let's see, nope, nothing there. Well. They knew I was coming. They hit it all. Stop killing yourself, dude. What are you selling? Let's see. This is literally what I need right now. Is the bucket, not that. But he specifically wants a bucket of water. Such a weird request. Oh, we have something in here. A chest. Bread. Can holds a mixed stack of items. Ooh, what the heck? You know, there was a point I thought that the villagers would get mad if they saw you digging through their stuff. Oh my goodness. These guys all have to go, all the green ones. Because they're essentially the village idiots. They don't do anything. They don't have jobs. They're just there taking up a bed. Okay. Okay. Whoops. Well, it looks like I have to do this the old-fashioned way. I need to find some iron. Oh, I literally thought that I could make that. I feel like I should wait till the next day, but at the same time, waiting may not be in my best interest. Whoa. I know you guys saw that. Oh my goodness. I'm going to light up that whole cave area eventually. You know what? I am going to wait this out because I don't feel like dealing with creepy crawlies right now. But I do need a bucket so I can start growing crops. And, oh, woohoo! I almost jumped down there like an idiot. Some of these crevices in the valley are hard to navigate. Oh, you know what? I also need to put that right there because this is essential. What are you doing? Get out of here. Oh, there's multiple? That actually works. Oh my god. These dum-dums. Get out of here. Oh, there's monsters nearby. Alright, kid, never mind. Stay in there until we take care of the monsters. It's not good. Who did you steal this armor from? These punks. You still can't stay here. Go home. Wow, that bread is so helpful. Oh yeah. Actually, I'm probably going to take this with me. Alright, beginning of the day. It's time to go into the ravine. Start cultivating it for serious mining of iron and all that jazz. Specifically, I want a bucket. Gosh, I'm just, instead of the painful task of having to go all the way around, we're just gonna do this. guess that works. Whatever. Oh, I made it that time. Oh gosh, I don't remember where that spot was. I need to really make some kind of marker once I find it. Oh, okay, there's that spot. So I think it's over here in this vicinity. Yep, we are here. Okay, so time to make an indicator. I know this sounds silly, but this is innovation, my friends. Serious, serious innovation. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Innovation and failure. Lots of it. I'm gonna go take my new drawn out bridge. What's down here? Another mining area, but I'm not touching that. I'd probably put some water going down. Ah, look at that. Where else would there be a bunch of dirt going straight up? Nowhere else. And at night, you'd be able to see it from afar. So perfect. There you go. I think I got all my stuff. Yep, just gotta get the carrots and we're good. Oh, and the coal, of course. Oh, gosh. This guy better not be able to get to me. That'd be ridiculous. Wow. Determination of the soul. Let's see. Let's get some other things here. We want to avoid the creepy crawlies. Literally the creeps. I do not want to fight those things. So interesting. Yep, come here, come here. Their little faces change from before. Whoops. Every time you join a new world, it has to re-explain everything. I appreciate it. I mean, it's nice because if you haven't used something, you know, you're like, oh, wait a second, yeah, I Haven't used that in a while. Or, oh yeah, I didn't use that in this game yet. Oh my goodness. That is definitely one way to do it. Another one? Sheesh. Get out of here, punk. Oh, no. Oh, Bada. Ooh, if I would have fallen down there, that would not have been good. Now here's what we do. We run this way. Oh, and there's more people. Okay, we don't want to get hit. Oh my goodness, these buttheads are here. Alright, time to eat. I would rather have the torches than the sticks. Potatoes. Alright. I'm gonna move out. You just gotta put these things everywhere. The light. This is very biblical, guys. The light wars off darkness. Or wards off, excuse me. The brightness before was very evident in this from this. Now not so much. Okay, my friends. One quick second. What's up, everybody? I am back. Okay. What the heck was that noise? Did you guys hear that? Was that me? Oh, what the? Get out of here. You punk. You hit yourself, you idiot. What? I didn't know those things kill you. Usually it's like you... Is it nighttime? Yeah, usually those things will... what do you call it? Ace of Eights, what's up? It's good to see you. I'm guessing you're Casey. Yeah, their potions won't hurt you. It'll just bring your life down to 1 heart. That was so ridiculous. Well, you guys have my coordinates. And if you know, someone like Matthew, and I believe Ace of Eights is Matthew's friend in the chat here. If you guys, you know, are like them where you have been on the stream for a long time. Matter of fact, these guys were on my stream years ago, which has a couple of different potions they can use. Dang. It's unfortunate. But yeah, you guys can join me. That's, you know, if I just ask that you follow the rules. AKA, just don't be a butthead to people. I feel like that's pretty easy to remember. Alright, now let's reorganize this. Every time you die, you have to reorganize, figure life out. Let's get our food in order as well. Now the goal is to just light this place up so that we can grab, you know, the goods. When it's like this and there's nothing around, it's one of the best feelings ever, because I can just walk around and place these down with no troubles. Look at that well lit area. And this is what we came down here for, is some iron. Well, well, well. What the heck? Oh, I just saw the triangle. You can kind of see it's a triangle right there. I saw that and was a little confused. I was like, what is this? A glitch in the game? So, something that I saw which was creepy is I saw someone, their world was apparently corrupted, and in their world they had, what do you call them? Oh goodness. Matthew, Casey, can you guys remind me, who's the, he looks like Steve, but he's, oh, it's Matthew. Hello. He looks like Steve, but he's like a glitch in the game. You know what I'm talking about? Hero Brian, yes, that is correct. Yeah, so I saw this video. This guy, it looked real. His world was, you know, had Hero Brian in it, and I thought it was a myth, but that looked pretty legit. He didn't have anybody in his world. It was just him, and with the things he was doing, there was no way that It just happened. And he was playing on the tablet version, um, which I thought was even crazier. Yep, you're right, Hero Brian. Yeah, so I gotta look at the chat more. So it was crazy. When I saw that, I was dumbfounded by, you know, that discovery, because I've only heard of it and seen pictures, but like I said, I thought it was a myth. I mean, the way it's portrayed is pretty methodical. Is that the word for it? Myth-like? I don't know. Troll Summoner. Oh my goodness, this is bringing me way back. All your guys' names in here. No, not by the zombie. I see. What's his face? The skeleton. Anyways, have you guys seen if Hero Brian is real or not? Or do you think this guy was just making things up in his video? I'm telling you, it didn't look fake. It looked pretty legit. I mean, realistically, someone could put a tablet overlay. That's a lot of freaking work. But you know what? There are clout chasers out there. Doesn't take much for them to make something up. Let me see what we got here. Ah, Mr. Zombie, you thought you were gonna get the best of me, huh? Alright, well, I'm gonna go to bed. Look at that. You cannot miss that. Oh! You buttheads. I guess when it rains, it pours in this world. You know, playing games like this and Grounded and other games makes you realize that I think survival genre is by far one of my favorite. And what I also love about it is the fact that you get to build whatever you want. I think I like Grounded more than Minecraft, though, specifically because it has a story. Minecraft doesn't have anything going on, and it's kind of annoying because there's a lot they can do here. Are you kidding me? Oh shoot. I gotta be careful. Watch my back. You see how low I am on energy? There's monsters nearby. Well, let me eat real quick. Dang it. Let me put some stuff down. We gotta make sure we eat. And what else do I need? First of all, let's make, what's it called? Ah, here we go. A little furnace. Wow, it's already almost daytime. And then I got there we go. Let's start making that. I suppose this works. And with that, the sun is up already. Oh no, Troll Summoner! They're gonna try getting to me as quickly as possible. Oh shoot. Ya butthead. Now, I don't even need to... Will it finish that? Let's see. Let's see if it'll finish. There you go. Let's make ourselves a bucket. Or two, I suppose. What the? What are you doing in here, kid? Get out of here. I do not want this thing to blow up any homes. Mine, for example. Sheesh. Alright. What I wanted to do is... Where's that? There you go. That lava pit. This will make... what do you call it? I'd be curious to see the video. I mean, I could post it in the comments. It's been a minute since I've... I'll have to look for it. There we go. Look at that. Part of me wants to make a little corner area right here where just lava just spills down so that these buttheads stay away from me. But let's focus on the task at hand. Butt heads. Stupid, stupid creepers. Okay. So while we're doing this live stream, I am going to stick to the same format as before, which was to, I mean, it's always been about sharing the gospel. So, with that in mind, I am going to do somewhat of a Q&A, and you know, if you guys have your own questions about the Bible or Jesus, this is the safe place to do it. And there's no such thing as a bad answer or a wrong answer, and I'm okay with you guys challenging things. The only thing is, I ask you to be respectful. This stupid little kid, I'm about to put some windows up. Oh, super fuel. I got a trophy. You guys saw that, right? Does it pop up on your guys' screen? Let me see. Oh, it did. I did. A dud. Anyways, so I'm going to answer a few questions that typically come up in Christianity. And was Pilate a bad person? That's a good question. I appreciate this question. So, Pilate, being the little context, when Jesus was being accused of blasphemy, and which was a punishable offense, you could die because of it. He was claiming to be God, so they were saying that, hey, he's accusing him, or he's saying that he's the Son of Man, he's the Messiah. And so he was accused, and they kept bringing him back and forth to who should try him. Well, he ended up in Pilate's hands, who was a governing official in the year essentially the year 33, and this is a historical fact. But Pilate had Jesus brought before him, and he asked him, do you have a kingdom? Essentially asking him, are you who they say you are? Are you the king of the Jews? And he says, you have said it. And so, in speaking with him, Pilate's wife tells him, do not get involved with this man. He's a holy man. Do not have anything to do with his murder. And so, in order to have his conscience or his hands washed of the responsibility of Jesus, he did a custom. Hold on, let me finish eating this. This is super loud. All right, Steve, we get it. You're hungry. So the custom was that in the day and the festival that they were in, he would allow one, essentially, person who was who was being accused of something, be released. And he figured, just from the context of the reading, he figured because of what Jesus did or was saying, that no one would actually choose an actual criminal over him. And so when he says, would you guys prefer to have Barnabas released, or Jesus, King of the Jews? They say, we have no other king except Caesar, essentially provoking the the people at the time, and then they said release Barnabas and try Jesus. And so Pilate washes his hands in a bowl and he says, let it be so, let him be crucified, because that's what the people asked for. So the question is, huge amount of build up to that. It was Pilate a bad person? And the thing is, I'm going to refer you guys to a scripture that is very specific about this. So in the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 23, it specifically says, actually I'm just gonna say, go to Romans 3. We'll just start there. Okay, this is going to answer your question. So on the verse 21, so Romans 3:21 says this. It says, "But now apart from the law, the righteousness of God has been made known, to which the law and the prophets testify. The righteousness is given through faith in Jesus Christ to all who believe." So essentially, there's no other righteousness except through Jesus Christ. And then it says, there is no difference between Jew and Gentile. We're all the same, and all are justified freely by the grace through the redemption that came by Christ Jesus. So we don't know if Pilate became a Christian or not. But what we do know is that, is that he wanted nothing to do with it. Neither one makes him a good nor a bad person. And for this reason, it says this, after the part of we're all the same, there's no difference between Jew or Gentile. Verse 23, "For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." Verse 24, "And all are justified freely by his grace through the redemption that came by Christ Jesus." So what this means is, and I know this answer is something that a lot of people don't want to hear, but you and we all fall short of the glory of God. None of us are good. None of us are righteous in God's eyes. But when Jesus died on the cross, when we believe in that sacrifice, God does not see our righteousness. He sees Jesus, because Jesus put himself before us as an offering. And this only makes sense if you understand that you are a sinner, just like I am a sinner. Wow, the water is kind of hard to see here. And sin is essentially anything that goes against what God has asked of us or said is part of his law. I want this to happen. This will light up this whole hillside area for now. So is Pilate a bad person? Well, let's ask ourselves, what is a good person? Someone asks Jesus, they say, "Good teacher," and he's and he asks them a question, and Jesus says, "Why do you call me good? The only one who is good is God." So, no, Pilate isn't a good person, because nobody is good. And I've heard that people say that's kind of pessimistic. Well, it's really not, because when we all have the humility to believe that none of us are greater than any other, that only God is great, it's a lot harder to judge or be judged when someone else is not able to put you to this that trial. So, no, Pilate is not good, or is not a good person, and I wouldn't call him a bad person. He was doing his job, but that's just human logic. So, no. Good question. I appreciate it. I know it was a long-winded answer, but yeah, long story short, yes, he can be considered a bad person. We don't know if he gave his life to Christ. If he did, he is not a good person. He is a righteous person. There's two different things. Okay, so here's a question that is commonly asked and about Christians and Christianity. I'm waiting for someone to go to sleep. Are you guys able to go to sleep? So here's a common question. And this is something I got off online. Why does an all-good and all-powerful God allow suffering and evil? This is a common objection to the existence of God. If God is good and God is all-powerful, how could there be evil? It's a great question. And it's some people don't like the answer, but I'm going to take a crack at it. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and He created it to be a certain way. He wasn't intending it to be evil. And when Adam and Eve did what they did, it set us back. Essentially, because the temptation was, because Satan asked Eve, did he say you can eat from any tree? He says, well, we can, but we can't eat from this one. And he says, we will die. And he says, no, you will not die. Surely you won't die. God doesn't want you to have it or wants you to eat of it, because if you do, you'll have you'll be like God. I'm paraphrasing here. Okay, here we go. That's a temptation for a lot of people, to be like God. Matter of fact, even in a loving way, people want to be like God. So, because of all that happened, there was a separation between us and God. And essentially, that's what sin is. Sin is, hey, guys, I have boundaries. Boundaries are healthy, by the way. I have boundaries. And these boundaries are, don't do things like kill people. Don't steal. Don't covet. Whatever that is. It's the 10 Commandments and then some. Don't do these things. They're called boundaries. And it's for our own good. When we break these things, it separates us from God. And I can explain it this way. If you and I are friends, and I say, hey, you can go anywhere in my house. Please make yourself at home. But you can't go in my personal closet. That's my stuff. So you go about it, and someone says, did Giuliano... That's my name, by the way. Did Giuliano say that you can't go anywhere? And then they say, well, he said I can go anywhere. I can make myself comfortable, but I can't go in his closet. He said, well, he knows that you'll find his secrets. And you're like, oh, I'm curious. Well, if I catch you in my closet, you just broke a boundary of mine. Now our relationship is hurting or broken. So in the same way, when we sin, our relationship with God is hurting and broken. And he says the punishment of the sin is death. And even though God is all good and all powerful, he is also all just. Now, I could still say to that friend, hey, we can be friends, but you're not allowed in my house anymore. That's a just thing. Because if I made a rule or a boundary, and my friend breaks that rule or boundary, rightfully so, a just person would create more boundaries in order to have it, to protect themselves. Now the thing is, we also have free will. God loves us enough to give us free will. Because we have free will, we're allowed to essentially choose whatever we want. If not, we're freaking robots. So, yes, there is good and evil in the world, but it's only because we choose for that to be. It's because we chose for there to be brokenness and other things. If we didn't choose these things, they wouldn't happen. That doesn't mean that, disease goes away or such like that. It just means that there's a reason that things are essentially broken. And disease is also a part of that. Like, it was never meant for any of this to happen. Ooh, where'd our farmer go? Uh-oh, did all the villagers die? See, this is why you gotta light your place up. Uh-oh. Shoot. I really... Oh, thank goodness. He's just sleeping. Anyways, that is why we have good and evil. And this is my personal opinion. When... This is not biblical, by the way. I'm just going to tell you that right now. One of the things I was thinking about is the reason we know what good things are is because we know what bad things are. And I know that may sound confusing or silly, but I know what a good pizza is. Excuse me, I know what a bad pizza is because I've had good pizza. It's almost like if you've had mediocre pizza your whole life, and all of a sudden you try some amazing pizza. Are you really going to go back? Are you really, now that you know the difference? Are you going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go back to that mediocre and crappy pizza? No, you're not. You're actually going to stick around for what's good. In the same way, this is kind of my theory. If we find out what is bad, then we could go to God, who is all good, and conclude that he's really good because the opposite of him is really bad. Or life without him is really bad. And so, he must be good. That is just a theory of mine. There's no biblical basis for that I can think of at this moment. Oh, do you like... Oh, you do like them. Okay. And I would just say, if you question God, if you're questioning God, I just want to let you know that is okay. Oh, shoot. It shows you where your guys' location is on the little bar down there. I was like, what is that? You just show up as blue and orange. But yeah, questioning God is not a problem. It's, my hope is that you guys would know God and have a relationship with him, but there's nothing wrong with questioning. Matter of fact, I think that's better than not questioning. First of all, let's get ourselves a hoe here because we need to keep cultivating. Whoops. Oh, I actually need the bone for the bone meal. Oh, I can make another one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I actually built the farm up here. And I'm going to put potatoes. I used the bone meal in order to have more. Anyways, so that's another question that people ask. I need more wood. I'm gonna start planting trees around here. Excuse me. Okay, so here's the next question that I found that people ask themselves. By the way, Slice Melon, thank you for being here and asking that question. I really appreciate it. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask. And if you want a simpler answer, just ask or just tell me. I can get long-winded with those because I just want everybody to understand, exactly what's going on there. But the next question that people ask is this: is Jesus the only way to salvation or to heaven? And to that, I will say yes. A lot of people would feel that this is cruel. And a lot of people like to say, oh, are you guys close by? I can see your little indicator. It shows more circle like the closer you are. That's interesting. First of all, by Jesus' own account, he says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. That is a bold, bold claim. Oh, they must be close by. There they are. We have Troll Zuminer and PK Chronosis. Hello, my friends. It's been a while. These two are true explorers. Anyways, so Jesus is very clear. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. And the reason this is because if there were multiple ways to heaven, then, it's kind of like any kingdom. If God has his kingdom, right, why would he just let anybody come in? And why would he let there be multiple ways to get in? That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Heaven is considered a kingdom, and it's described as a kingdom. And so, it is safe to conclude that a kingdom doesn't have multiple ways in. And I say that in a oddly practical way. I'm not, that's not a biblical reasoning, right? Or a reasoning from the Bible, but that's a basic example. I don't know any castles, that have that. But aside from the silliness, the reason why God doesn't want there to be other ways is because that takes away your reliance on him. And he wants you he wants to have a relationship with you. So part of this is you're not going to be able to do whatever you want. You don't get to choose it your way. This isn't, or have it your way. This isn't Burger King. And so when we're talking about heaven, we're not talking about a football game or something. We're talking about the afterlife, where we're going to spend eternity, and it's not something to be taken lightly. So with that, God doesn't take eternity lightly, and so he's not going to allow multiple ways to get in. And the reason why Jesus says he's the way, the truth, and the life is specifically in Ephesians. It says that, the book of Ephesians, it says that the salvation of God is a gift. It's free. All you have to do is believe in it. Which other religions say you have to do something. God isn't telling you to do something. If you do anything, it's out of your love for God, not because you're obligated to. The same way that I do things for my wife. I don't have to do anything for my wife. I do the things I do for my wife because I love her. And because we have a dedicated relationship, I devote my life to her. And so it's the same way that we were to treat Jesus. That's why the church is called the bride of Christ. Because if you think of it that way, just like I described, I would treat my wife. There's a lot of love to be had there. You're not just doing things just to do it. So that being said, John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him, not does good things, but believes in him, shall not perish but receive everlasting life." And then right there, like I said before in verse 17, "For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him." But I'm grabbing all these seeds, so we're gonna plant a whole bunch of trees around here. It's gonna be great. So with that, the reason why Jesus is the way and the truth and life is because every other way to heaven, every other way you hear about getting to heaven, you have to do something. And I'll tell you right now, you are not capable of doing the things. In Mormonism and in Islam and other religions, you have to go do good deeds. And you have to be good enough. In Christianity, it says no one's good enough. No one meets that bar. And because of that, we're not going to put that on you. God says that. He essentially says he will deal with it. It's a stark contrast to the latter. I'm just gonna put some space in between these trees. Put a random thing there. All right, so to summarize the question, is Jesus the only way to salvation? Yes. Only because nobody is good enough to be good enough, essentially. And I think that's very real and fair, because for a lot of people, if it was up to how good they can be, they would never get to heaven. They would never be good enough. That's okay. All right. All right. Next question that people ask about Christianity or the Bible. Is the Bible reliable? And how can it be trusted as God's word? Um, Apparently, this is a common question people ask. And, there's quite a few ways we can know that it's reliable. And I'm going to give you guys the most realistic version of that. Are my plants done, by the way? Sorry, guys. Let me check on this. I'm struggling with. No, they're not. It's going to take a hot minute. I'm going to have to rely on animals for a bit. So, the most practical answer to this is a historical one and how history is preserved. So, one of the most, I'm going to use someone else to start this off. One of the most prominent figures in history that we have an ample amount of historical background, on is Alexander the Great. The first eyewitnesses, the first writings about Alexander the Great come 400 years after his death. Which, if someone now wrote a book on myself 400 years from now, I don't expect them to have reliable context or to be a reliable source, but apparently they it was enough for people to believe that the information about him was true. That being said, of that information 400 years after Alexander the Great, there is something called manuscripts, and the manuscripts for that writer was pretty well documented. Matter of fact, there's not too far off of straying away from the original documents, and so on. It's their way. They would write down word from word what each document said, and it was very accurate to the originals. Well, the Bible did the same thing for manuscripts. All right, let me see where I am real quick, because I have a feeling I'm going to need some of these. Sorry, 1 second, guys. So the original writings about Jesus' life are eyewitness accounts of Jesus' life from his followers. The earliest manuscript we have is a sliver of, and it's really small, it's a sliver of the book of John. And it's claiming the divinity of Christ. Is when Pilate, who we talked about earlier, asked Jesus about his divinity, and he essentially, is like, yeah. And so that little sliver, it being all that we have, dates within, 15, 16, maybe even 18 years of Jesus' death, which we can confirm is a real thing that happened. Historians at the time even confirmed it to be true, and with that we could conclude that he was a real person who had died under Pontius Pilate. So when we compare the documents from back then to now and the manuscripts, people like to say that the Bible has changed. It wasn't. And we have the proof going all the way back to like the year 50 or 48 AD, which just shows the historical accuracy of the Bible. So in a practical sense, is the Bible reliable? Absolutely, it is reliable. in the sense of that it's reliable in preservation. Now, is what they said about it reliable? Or what the things that they said, is it reliable? Well, in that time, witchcraft and mysticism wasn't really a weird thing to them. They saw all the time there were, people who would quote unquote do magic or, conjurings of some sort. And oh, that's water. I was like, what is this? The water looks so different. Look at that. All that beautifully laid out area ready to be explored. Let me split this real quick. 1 second. Anyways, so in that time, about 140 or 50 years. Let me see. What year was it? It was the year 114, I believe, or 21. Around that time, there was a governing official. His name was Tacitus, and he wrote about the Christians and how he was asking for advice from Caesar on how to kill them better. And he was saying they just keep singing hymns and worshiping God, and I just keep killing them. They just keep going. And it's kind of funny because he's talking about like killing them and forcing them to deny God is not working because of what they've seen. And the people at that time were old enough to be a part of that the first parts of the original churches. And so he tells about all the things that he's seeing about healings and essentially what we would call a miracle. Back then wasn't really a big deal because they saw things like that, but he called it witchcraft because he didn't necessarily. What the? Did I just hear a villager? Oh, there's mine areas down there. Oh, we know we're gonna find some good stuff here. Anyways, Tacitus, in writing letters back and forth to Caesar, he's just trying to find ways to kill them and discourage the Christians. I don't know what other historical documents someone needs than have the enemy of someone say what they're doing and to confirm it, but also to say, I don't know how to stop it. It's kind of funny because a lot of people say that that the Bible is made up and all these different things. You're telling me that the enemies of Christians, collaborated with them to make up a story? Why? The other part of all this is when we look at the Old Testament, and how kings and pharaohs and things were betrayed at that time. You know, a lot of times, well, I would say the majority of history, when a pharaoh or someone big did something wrong or they lost, they wouldn't talk about it in history. Matter of fact, the only reason we know about some of the losses that certain kings had was because neighboring countries talked about it. And it was enough to, you know, enough evidence to say, oh, yeah, this actually did happen. And they were just so embarrassed, they didn't want to admit that their king wasn't a god. So they, you know, just made it up or changed history. So that was a common thing that happened in that time. And that was most big civilizations. And, you know, Jerusalem being one of those big civilizations, we don't see that. Matter of fact, we see a vulnerability in the writings where they're actually saying how messed up these kings are. King David is probably the biggest example, and you know he's a big figure of an example for Christians or, you know, at that time Jews. So that right there is, these are some historical means of how we know that the Bible is reliable. We historically preserved really well. But also what the historically preserved really well, accurately depicted, and we even have the enemies of Christians making these claims as well. So these are some pretty hard historical, you know, if you like history, these are some pretty, some damning evidence. You know, this is not, you know, towards the opposition of all this. You know, this is not something that was taken lightly ever. The preservation of the Word of God is important, and now always has been. And the only variations you see are, you know, things like instead of saying they felt sick, they may say something like they felt ill. Doesn't really change the meaning. It just may fit more accurately to that time, and what they were, you know, what they were, the way they talk. You know, communication is important when you're trying to share this message. So historically, those are some of the most accurate things. On a more spiritual level, God has been consistent, and if you look at the Old Testament to the New Testament, and you look at Jesus, his personality, he claims to be God, but his personality is entirely consistent with who he says he is. Thank you, sir. Anyways, well, those are the questions that we have for today. I'm going to I think every week I'm just going to answer a couple of questions so we can keep the Christian content going. The goal is to share the gospel, and if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. Slice Melon, thank you so much for asking that question again. Ace of Eights, Matthew, feel free to, or let me know how you're doing here in our Minecraft worlds. Those of you who are active in the chat, we will let you join eventually. We just gotta protect our stuff. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I should definitely build armor. Get rid of all my stupid things. So I try to have 2 of everything, 2 shovels, 2 that, and pickaxes are kind of, I don't think having a limit is needed. I'll put this way. Compass, paper. I think I will grow this sugarcane too. Wow, look at all that sand over there, ready to grow this sugarcane. We got cooked chicken over here. That is hilarious. Because they stepped in this, so they they cooked them. That's pretty funny. There we go. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. So we'll let that grow. We have the ice biome over there. I'm gonna have to explore that soon because I love that stuff. We want to start building up the village, making some protection for it, which will be nice. Alright, let's finish up my armor here. I don't have anything to enchant myself with or anything. Armor! Victory! Wait, how do you do it? Let me see. How do you do this? Oh, no. There we go. Victory! See, the slow build, it's important. I'm gonna have to put more torches around so that we're not having our villagers killed off. Wait a second, does the village go down there? You can kind of see the path. I've seen that before, and it's really weird. I mean, I did hear a villager down there. That would be insane. I'm curious now. I'm gonna go check. Well, well, well. It was a trap. I'm not dealing with these things. They won't last. Alright, let's go see what our friends Casey and Matthew are doing. Oh yeah, okay, I keep forgetting that it shows their location. These guys are true explorers, so we get to see what kind of shenanigans they get themselves into. Look at that. They just went down there. Nice, nice. Oh, they built themselves shields. It's great. I mean, that area right around the corner takes you straight across, but I guess that works too. There's mines down there and everything. Mine carts and all that. I got my iron pickaxe for all that. Once you guys get over here, we're gonna wrap it up. Well, everybody, this is Minecraft Monday. Thank you guys for joining. I'm Virtual Shepherd. Please do me a favor, if you enjoyed this live stream, hit the subscribe button and make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss a single live stream. Be sure to bring your Bible, Jesus, or God questions. I will gladly answer them, and let's have a real conversation. Thank you to my longtime subscribers, Matthew and Casey. I appreciate your time here, and I will see you next time on Virtual Shepherd. God bless.